What's up, guys? Hitting you with another video like this that's a little more off the cuff, just giving you my thoughts on something and something I think can help you. And I was thinking of certain things because I was talking to someone, and I was thinking of why do a lot of players never fulfill their potential and never make it to either the collegiate or pro game, or really, like I said, fulfill their potential, get to that point where they probably could, but then they just don't. And so one of the biggest things that I think, again, this is underestimated, and I really want to drill this into everyone that watches this channel and everyone that listens, because although this is not, a skill-based thing, although it kind of is a physical skill-based thing with the ball, it's not practicing your step overs, your technique, although that stuff's very important. This is also essential, and it's essentially having that faith and belief in not only yourself, but faith and belief that you're going to make it. Because what ends up happening is a few players get a few failures, a few rejections, maybe they go to a few combines, they go to a few, if they're looking to get into college, they go to a few soccer camps or ID camps where the colleges from that school or other schools will take a look at them, and they don't get much attention, they don't have coaches talking to them, contacting them, maybe they're on a club team and they're just not getting interest from colleges, or you're going to trials for pro teams and you're not getting interest from them. I'm just going to turn this off real quick because it's making a bit of noise. And a lot of what happens is I think a lot of players get a little, and I was like this too, so it's a common thing, but a lot of players get a little downhearted, disgruntled, and they want things to happen really quickly. And they start losing faith in their ability, even though they've in the past convinced themselves that their ability is great. One coach tells them, I don't want you for my team. One rejection happens, and all of a sudden they start seeing themselves as a crap player. Or all of a sudden they start seeing themselves as someone who can't make it. But the fact of the matter is you're always going to go through rejections, and you're always going to go through coaches who don't want you. And you hear this probably a lot, one coach may not want you. Maybe you don't fit the style, maybe they already have a lot of people in that position, maybe for college, they just don't play with the type of player that you are. But on the other end of the spectrum, there is probably a coach out there that will find you so valuable, needs you for their team, who really wants you. But if you, after one rejection or a few rejections or a few hardships or a few steps back, stop, or don't put in as much energy as you were because of those rejections or those moments where you thought, well, I guess I'm just not good enough, you're never going to find that team that actually could use you and want you. And one of the reasons this came up is because I was watching one of Sheldon Tweedy's videos, which I'll link his channel down below. He is someone who is pursuing a pro contract. He's currently in America right now, or at least is in vlog time. And he's pursuing a contract in the USL. And he was talking with some of the guys who are on the team, and he was talking to Matt as well. And one thing he was saying, we have so many trialists come in, and most of them don't make it. And the fact of the matter is, you're going to have to go through a lot of these things. I'm sure there are people who go in, in their first try or first few that do make it, but it's very rare, right? Because not only do you have to be good enough, things have to line up for you. The coach needs to like your style of play. There has to be an opening in that position. So if you go into a team that is very stacked in your position, even if you're a player at that level and can contribute to the team, they're most likely going to stick with the players that they have, opposed to bringing you in. So it's not only about being good enough. Sometimes you are good enough, and it's just waiting for that right opportunity. But if you lose faith in yourself, if you start to doubt yourself, if you start to lose the vision, so to speak, that you're going to give up or not put in as much effort and energy towards the thing that you would have had you just kept that belief and understand that it is going to happen if you keep going. Perseverance is a very powerful thing. Self-belief and having certainty that it's going to happen is powerful. And you need to maintain that certainty that, yes, I am good enough, and keep working. Like, it's not certainty from an egoic standpoint, because I think when I say it, a lot of people think I'm saying, like, oh, you just got to be certain it's going to happen. You don't need to do anything to make it happen. No, you're certain in your ability, and then you keep working on improving your ability as much as you can. You put yourself out there as much as you can. So, for example, if you want to get to a certain college, you're putting your resume out there. You're making a good highlight tape. You're playing on the best club team you can play on in college showcase tournaments to get your name out there, to gather interest. but you're also in the back of your mind keeping the faith, saying, I know I can do it. I know this is going to happen. I just have to keep going. Because if you allow that rejection to bring you down, if you allow one coach who doesn't want you to prevent you from going on and to prevent you from still going to get to that coach that eventually does want you. And if you're a good enough player, there will be a team, a coach somewhere out there, college, pro, whatever it is, that will find you valuable and will want you if you keep going. But if you quit, if you even become disheartened to the point where you lose energy around what you're trying to do, like you're not putting as much into your workouts now, you're not being as proactive as you once were because you're afraid of being rejected, whatever it is, you might miss that opportunity. And it's just about, if you really want it, again, whatever level it is, it could just be you're a 13, 14 now and you want to play on one of the best teams in your state. You want to play on a nationally or state ranked team. You got to keep that total certainty that's going to happen while also being proactive and doing everything that you can. But if you lose that certainty, you lose that belief in yourself, it just doesn't serve you to do so. A lot of people, the problem is they want the evidence before they get the thing. But with faith, with believing something's going to happen, it's a belief, it's faith, right? You have to see it happening. You have to see that it's going to happen before it's happened, and then put in the work to get there. It's not going to fall in your lap, and then you go, oh, I believe it. One of the things with, I think, a lot of players that become pro or make it into like the big college teams, because they believe that they're good enough to do so already. They start living the lifestyle they need to live already. They're not waiting for the thing to happen, and then they're like, oh, I'm a pro. Now I'll live the lifestyle. Or, oh, I'm in a D1 college, or I'm playing in a good college team. Now I'll live the lifestyle and see myself as that type of player. It serves you more to see yourself like that now, so that you start training like that now, and so you start getting yourself out there now. So having that certainty that's going to happen, put in the work in the background, and not losing faith in yourself and in your vision. And if you can do those things, yeah, it might take time, and it most likely will take time. There will be failure, there will be rejection, there will be tough times. But if you keep going and you believe in it and you really want it, in my eyes, you'll get it for the most part. So that's just something to throw at you for you guys who get frustrated, who just, you really want it, but you're getting those rejections, you're not making the trials, whatever. Just keep going if this is something you really want. The mindset you have around it is so important. The energy you have around it is so important. And, I hope for those of you who do want it, you keep going, you keep doing it. And again, someone I really like, Sheldon Tweedy, who is incredibly hardworking, incredibly proactive with all this stuff. I would recommend watching his channel, as he is legitimately, probably, I don't know how far from getting a contract, but I believe he will at some point, just based on the things that he's doing, the belief he has, and the level that he's at, and his ability-wise. So take a look at his channel down below if you want to see someone actually going through this journey, because it will show you the hardships, it'll show you the faith you need to have, the work you need to put in, and kind of seeing that everything going on a day-to-day basis is incredibly valuable. So go check that out. Thank you for tuning into this one, and I'll see you in the next one.